Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Pete. This is HenHouse. So this is out of Santa Rosa. They also have a tap room in Petaluma. They actually opened in 2012, so right as the surge of craft breweries opening up started. This is Big Chicken, so this is a once-time release, their biggest release of the year. They call it a double IPA. It's pretty much a triple IPA. It's a 10% beer. They call it double IPA with Vista, Citra, Idaho 7, Simcoe, Mosaic, and Belma. And yeah, big one release for them. This was canned less than a month ago, or less than 2 months ago. Let's dig into the beer. So the beer comes in a nice kind of a medium to deep gold color. Obviously not a hazy beer, but like a little bit of like a chill haze to it or something going on. Yeah, it's like a light to medium minus haze at best. It's not a hazy beer at all, really. On the nose, not getting too much. I'm getting a little bit of like strawberry fruitiness, a little bit of this kind of like a red fruit, so like dates and like red fruit, cherry, a little bit of craisin action maybe, like just like reddish kind of like berried fruits. Some alliums in here, some onion, garlic, a little bit of biscuity tone from the malt, a little bit of like piney resin character. Okay, so first off, this beer is dumb drinkable. It drinks like 7%. It also is really lacking in bitterness, which is, I feel like, detracts from the beer a bit. I mean, I know everybody wants like hazy IPA, but like if you're gonna make a more classic beer like this, like why not just like go to the classics, like beers that actually hold bitterness, like a Pliny and I mean so many beers like Ruination, Stone IPA, even Heady Topper is a quote unquote classic beer these days. I don't know, that beer's still bitter. Like why the no bitterness? It's so weird. It makes the beer a little bit like sweet, which is weird. So they said that's like it's like not like weirdly not balancing because like you don't get the fluffy, big, juicy characteristics of a hazy IPA. So you get this really like well executed beer. It's super drinkable. Well, I do feel the warmth on the way down. So that's the cool thing about these beers. Like, I mean, for me, it's just like the perfect spot's like 8.5 or something like that. Like at like the peak, maybe 9, but like 10 is just so much, man. It's just so much booze, but it's booze on the way down. On the palate's like super clean. I actually do have a cold, so it gets weird because like smaller hoppy. Man, get out of the camera shot, please.
I do touching.
Don't touch anything, guys, please. So with smaller beers, maybe like colder, and then as it warm, and then like maybe with like IPAs and double IPAs, let them warm up a little bit because like you want to expose the hops. But once you get to 10%, you don't want to expose the booze, and I cool it back down, right? So I actually have this at like fridge temperature, like regular fridge temperature. Pine, a little bit of this, definitely a good amount of soily dank character, soily earthy character. Some sweet little biscuit and malt in the middle, so it definitely has some malt character. But then it just like cloys the palate a little bit. Like you get the malt sort of linger because outside of the alcohol that's cleaning out the palate, there's no bitterness. This beer is like so low in IBU. Like I would guess this beer is like a 40 IBU beer, which is like, there's Pilsners that have 40, or probably not, but like, that's the upper end of like what some Pilsners have. And this beer is a 10% hoppy beer, right? So it just tastes like there's no bitterness to this guy. It makes the beer very one-dimensional. The beer also just has this kind of like classic flavor, right? That combination of like grapefruit, pine, a little bit of red berry fruit, and that like biscuit malt body and a little bit of bready sweetness. But then it doesn't like transition. There's a little bit of earthiness here, but it doesn't transition into like more hop complexity or bitterness. I don't know. I know this is a big deal for the brewery, but yeah, I find it a little bit one-dimensional. Still good beer. Still dumb drinkable. I mean, if you're planning to get smash, you're going to have a fine time doing that. But I just, like, I'm having a hard time getting through the beer because, like, the lack of bitterness just, like, doesn't do any favors. Yeah. The beer's fine. Let's go with that 86. 86, that is Big Chicken, double IPA from HenHouse. Until next time, cheers later.